It's easier than ever to find the best 5G phones because 5G service now reaches far and wide. T-Mobile has the largest network, with its 5G service reaching 321 million people, but AT&T and Verizon have been expanding their coverage. Even better, 5G speeds are increasing, so it makes more sense than it used to ensure that your phone can connect to 5G. After researching the market, we have come up with the top 5 best 5G phones from the market. They will do what they are intended for and some more. So without further ado, let's start with the video. And don't forget to check the product link in the description. Number 1. Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is the best phone overall, so naturally it should be the first place you turn when you're looking for the best 5G phone. Apple's latest flagship works with the 5G networks of all the major carriers, and a long-lasting battery will ensure that you get through the day and then some on a full charge. Apple delivers big changes to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, starting with the dynamic island feature that replaces the notch, freeing up more space on the 6.7-inch display. An improved dynamic refresh rate also paves the way for an always-on display, a first for Apple's phones. This edition of the iPhone also boasts the kind of improvements you'd expect from an annual update, like a faster processor and cameras that thrive in low-light conditions. You can try and find a better phone than the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but you're in for a lengthy search. This is the phone to get if you want a 5G device that does it all. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is the iPhone I'd recommend to power users. Why? Well, you get the best cameras in a phone based on my testing, a new always-on display, and a clever dynamic island that replaces the notch with a smaller area that delivers alerts and live activities on the fly. Also magical is the ease with which you can switch between multiple phone numbers using this flagship's eSIM functionality, though some will lament the utter lack of a physical SIM card tray. The iPhone 14 Pro Max isn't just the most powerful phone around. It's a joy to use, thanks to the clever new dynamic island for displaying notifications and live activities. Apple's largest Pro model also delivers fantastic cameras, including a new 48MP main shooter and always-on display, compelling action mode for video, and excellent battery life. It's pricey, but it's also the best phone money can buy. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus. The Galaxy S22 Plus and the S22 Ultra have significantly better low-signal 4G and 5G performance than last year's phones, in addition to current iPhones and Pixels. They will keep you connected. The crowd-pleasing Galaxy S22 Plus has all the 5G bands you need on every carrier, doesn't cost as much as the S22 Ultra, and is more mainstream than the OnePlus 10T. It's the uncomplicated answer I give when someone says, "I need a phone with good cellular reception." Samsung's Galaxy S22 Plus is a crowd pleaser. It has reliable reception, a bright screen, solid cameras, and good battery life. None of this is surprising. Samsung's Galaxy phones are the default choices for most Android users in the US, and certainly for existing Samsung device owners who want to upgrade. The S22 Plus is the middle child of the S22 lineup. It doesn't have an S Pen like the Galaxy S22 Ultra, and isn't as compact as the S22. In other years, that could make it forgettable, but this time around the S22 Plus strikes the best balance between performance, value, and portability of the three. Google's flagship is more affordable and has better cameras, but the S22 Plus offers a stronger processor and cellular radio, earning it our Editor's Choice Award. The Galaxy S22 Plus has a 50MP main camera that takes 12MP photos using a 4-pixel binning method, a 12MP ultra-wide lens, a 10MP 3x optical zoom sensor, and a 10MP front-facing camera. The smaller S22 has the same camera system. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus is the most well-rounded of the bunch, with the right mix of battery life, power, and size for the price. It sports a better zoom camera, feels more premium, and offers superior reception than the Galaxy S21 Plus. If you're still using an S20 series phone or earlier, those improvements are even more numerous and noticeable, making it an excellent upgrade. While it doesn't exactly break new ground, the Galaxy S22 Plus is the best flagship Android phone for most people, and the winner of our Editor's Choice Award. Number 3. OnePlus 10 Pro. Besides offering crucial 5G connectivity, the OnePlus 10 Pro offers a bunch of features we'd now consider crucial in a flagship phone. It's chunky, but it has a gorgeous 6.7-inch 2K screen that's perfect for streaming content while on the move or playing online games. 120Hz refresh rate means it can keep up with it all. Further helping it is its Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip that means powerful performance at all times, ensuring it can keep up with the speed that 5G brings. It even bundles in cooling systems to help ensure your phone won't overheat while you game on your commute. Slightly weaker cameras than some, but still reliable, is pretty much the only true downside to the otherwise remarkable performance of the OnePlus 10 Pro. We used to call OnePlus phones flagship killers, as they had similar features to premium rivals, but at a much lower cost. Over time, the company deserted its mid-range roots to create the flagship phones it previously sought to beat, with the OnePlus 7 and beyond slowly creeping up in cost. Through writing this OnePlus 10 Pro review, we came to realize that, while the device doesn't herald a return to the company's mid-range heyday, it shows that a spark of that slogan is definitely still burning somewhere in the company. We say that because the OnePlus 10 Pro is cheap. Not budget phone cheap. You're not going to be seeing this on store shelves in the same section as Nokia or Moto G phones, but cheap compared to other Pro and Plus phones, with a price tag that may well sway you from rivals. The OnePlus 10 Pro is a great premium all-around phone. It has a good-looking screen, fast charging, and powerful internals. The cherry on the cake is that it costs less than other Pro phones, making it an incredibly tempting choice. However, its Achilles heel is the camera experience. There are a few problems with both the hardware and software that might put off passionate photographers. Number 4. OnePlus 10T. In terms of 5G, this is the only phone that beat the Galaxy S22 series in our weak signal areas test. Some of the credit goes to Qualcomm, but OnePlus says the device uses proprietary antenna technology that enables the best antenna performance no matter how you're holding the phone. Just be aware that the OnePlus 10T is a 5G device on T-Mobile and Verizon only, not AT&T, pure mobile broadband performance fiends. If you're trying to eke every decibel milliwatt out of T-Mobile's or Verizon's mid-band networks and you're trying to push games to the absolute max, the OnePlus 10T has extreme performance at a price lower than its flagship competitors. The OnePlus 10T is a return to form for a company that has struggled to find its footing after an awkward merger with Oppo. Starting at $649, the OnePlus 10T recaptures the company's core ethos of offering a flagship killer for less money than the competition, and it does so with high-end specs, excellent cellular reception, and the fastest wired charging of any phone available in the US. Most importantly, however, the OnePlus 10T is significantly more affordable than the iPhone 13, $749, and the Galaxy S22 Plus, $999.99, not to mention the OnePlus 10 Pro, $899.99. Some software issues prevent us from giving the handset an Editor's Choice Award, but we're hopeful that these will be fixed before the phone is available in the US next month. The 10T uses the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 platform, with either 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, $649, or 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, $749. The Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 has a slightly faster prime core than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip, 3.2 GHz versus 3.0 GHz, but its major advantages pertain to power consumption and heat management. With a top-of-the-line processor and the fastest charging battery you can get in a phone, the OnePlus 10T delivers terrific performance for its price. Number 5. Samsung Galaxy A53. The Galaxy A53 is a perfectly serviceable mid-range phone that often sees discounts. The more important note is that its 5G signal strength performance was a bit better than that of the Google Pixel 6a in testing. It also has both sub-6 and millimeter wave 5G, everything all the US carriers have to offer. We prefer the Pixel 6a for other reasons, but this phone is better in terms of 5G. Samsung seems determined to offer a phone with appropriate power at every possible price. With that in mind, the Galaxy A53 5G, for $149.99, is no surprise because it fills the mid-range gap in the company's lineup. However, this handset doesn't quite strike a compelling balance of price and performance. We like the phone's vivid screen and large battery, but it isn't as snappy as similarly priced competitors, and its camera software could use a bit more work. The A53 5G almost certainly slots in between the forthcoming A33 5G and the Galaxy S21 FE, $549.99, but that's not must-buy territory. Instead, we recommend either the S21 FE or the Google Pixel 6, $599.99, both of which are worth the extra money. The Galaxy A53's design takes a lot of inspiration from the S21 lineup. My primary phone is a Galaxy S21 Ultra, and even I found it difficult to tell it apart from the A53 once I flipped both over. The A53's camera bump is a little less sculpted and its matte black back attracts grease a bit more easily, but the design is sleek enough that people might mistake your $450 phone for a $700 one. The Exynos 1280 chip uses a built-in modem and we don't have a lot of details about it. The 5G spec sheet on Samsung's site is obviously wrong though, as carriers simply wouldn't sell a phone with the combination of bands it lists. The Samsung Galaxy A53 looks and works fine, but you can get an appreciably faster phone if you expand your budget slightly.